the next Spider-Man movie even Marvel still?
Yeah, I think they got the rights for like 3 movies.
They got the right for 3 movies.
The second movie is coming out.
Wait, no, hold up, but doesn't that count? They have
including Civil War.
No, but they have a certain amount of rights, including Avengers.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be in the Avengers movies, but the next standalone was gonna be.
Is he not gonna be in that
Infinity War? He's gonna be in that.
I don't think
he's gonna be in
Infinity War.
He is.
Yeah,
definitely gonna be in Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought the next standalone was going to be Sony again. I think they might still keep
Andrew
the
Garfield?
characters. No, the characters that they have now in Homecoming. But I thought it was.
That just made me sad.
that sounds.
That's so stupid.
Bad.
So
I could be wrong. I heard
something
that doesn't
like
make sense to me.
it doesn't. But I did hear
idea.
something about. I did hear something about they didn't sell the rights to Spider-Man. They just gave they have a contract to use Spider-Man in so many movies.
For a certain amount of movies.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they could use the same actors because like the studio hires the actors. So like Tom Holland gets paid by Marvel, not Sony. I guess Sony could hire him, but it wouldn't be the same.
It'd basically be a Marvel movie if they take like the same directors and all that stuff. Yeah, you're right. That's so dumb. They need to just. I understand money rules the world, but for entertainment purposes, they should just
give everything back to Marvel.
They just need to give it up.
Really confusing.
Although I don't like Disney, but I mean I do like Disney, but I don't like Disney. If that makes any sense. I like Disney movies, but I don't like Disney.
I want to see an X-Men movie made by Marvel.
That's dead.
I know this.
That was such a letdown. I'm sorry to get into this because since we were doing Spider-Man.
I mean, then don't.
Okay.
So what did you guys think about? What did you guys think about the Spider-Man suit? Let's get back to that. You were talking about how the suit. That is.
Which one?
The one he used for most.
The hoodie. The hoodie with the goggles.
Let's talk about the hoodie real quick.
Okay.
Why did the eyes still move for the hoodie thing?
I have no idea.
What kind of tech was he?
I have no idea.
He's a scientist.
So he made the eye.
You don't know what he hacked a government building with a calculator. Let's be honest. I mean,
Karen did that.
Okay, but
he was
doing it too.
He didn't feel as smart.
Yeah.
In this movie, he didn't feel as smart.
I mean, they had him making his web fluid in Chem Lab or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, it just bothered me how he didn't make his own web shooter and all that kind of stuff.
Did he not?
No, he did.
I feel like he did, but they didn't show it.
Like he made his web shooter.
I feel like because he still had the big bulky one when he did his little.
No, in Civil War, he had a web shooter when before Tony Stark met him, because he was still swinging around. So how do you make?
Oh, Tony Stark probably just.
Yeah, Tony Stark in the.
I don't remember first meeting. Did we ever first meet Spider-Man when he
No.
Exactly. So he had.
But I'm saying
he made his Stark suit. He had the Stark suit.
No, but I'm saying in Civil War, when Tony Stark first met him, he showed him a video of him swinging around on the web. That was before he could have made that for him. So he made that
you're right.
himself.
You're right.
And even in this film,
before, he was saving people before that.
Tony Stark just streamlined it and made it fit the costume.
Yeah, right.
What were we talking about? The hoodie costumes?
You said different costumes.
Why the eyes move? What kind of?
Yeah, what?
I just because it looked cool. I don't think there's a reason for it.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Sometimes there should be a reason for it.
Agreed. That was just weird.
I did like that. I did like that they did the original one as a hoodie and just sweatpants because that's the feel that you would get from a 14-year-old or 15-year-old in Queens, New York. He doesn't
have money.
Yeah, one that doesn't have money, one that can't really afford a high-tech spandex suit or whatever. He just makes his own makeshift stuff, and that's the closest thing you can find.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate that they did that actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but earlier we were talking about the spider sense thing, and I was thinking about that as well, actually, with the suit was almost doing too much.
It was.
So
I agree.
I didn't like that.
Even how Tony Stark did mention that, if you're nothing without the suit, then maybe you shouldn't have it, or maybe you shouldn't be doing this. Mm-hmm. I think that was important to say, and it was a huge part of the movie, just when he went back and just had nothing, or... the training wheel program was on there for a reason, and it was supposed to help Peter develop. Because the spider sense thing, with the spider sense thing specifically, Karen was telling him everything, every single little thing, do this. He had no intuition of his own, and I didn't really.
Yeah. That's why I think the movie as a whole relied too much on Iron Man.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that, and I felt that's one of my biggest problems as well. Now that you mention it, the suit itself. I felt like the suit kind of took away from Spider-Man's own natural abilities.
Yeah.
Like, I get Iron Man having to be a mentor to him, but I feel like it would have been a better movie if they just let it be a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
Like, without all that.
Because right now, like, I know that with his old suit, he can still climb and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's like, what are Spider-Man's powers?
Nothing.
Yeah, that's why.
So he can't shoot.
No, he can't shoot.
He could never.
He made that.
He makes his
He
way
can't,
forward.
so he can't do it like Toby can.
No, he can't do it like Toby.
That's the only movie where he did it like that.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's kind of gross.
I like it.
Yeah, he just has
I
a
like
web
it.
thing growing thing.
It's like a vein, and I like it.
But yeah, in the comics, he has to make something.
Yeah, he has to make
Okay.
something to do that.
All right, so.
But he at least has like his spider sense where he's like dodging and everything.
Yeah,
But
but I guess
You're right. Like, what is
this
Spider-Man's
movie,
powers?
he can only
Yeah, he can
climb.
That's why I feel like they have to
Spider-Man
have
has
that
super
because
strength.
like that's like his only thing.
Yeah, Spider-Man can just crawl on
true,
buildings.
and he is strong.
Yeah, yeah,
Spider-Man does have
Okay,
super
yeah.
strength.
and he's still a genius.
Yeah, he's still
But like I
smart.
said, he is smart, but I didn't get that like super smart.
We
Peter
didn't get a
Parker
genius
vibe.
vibe.
I didn't get a
because
super.
He was smart for
He
a
was
high school
he
student.
he was definitely smart, but I didn't get the Peter Parker.
Genius,
Yeah,
yeah.
like,
I get you.
Yeah, and he needs a spider sense. 'Cause, like in the movie, the Vulture just like swoops in without him seeing
Noticing
him.
That
at
was
all.
scary.
No,
Yeah.
I
but-
jumped in
but-
that.
No, but like with in his defense with that, like he did. There was like a massive explosion, and he did just fall a great distance, like with the plane crash and whatnot. So he's disoriented and everything when that happens.
The first time,
The plane crash. No, he's talking about the first
the
time.
very first time.
The very first time the Vulture picks him up and drops him in the ocean. He was literally just like
He
Oh,
he was
almost
like on
died.
top of a like
top
a
of the
car.
truck.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was on
almost
top of a
died.
car, and he
And then
just
Oh.
swooped in, picked him up, and dropped
Oh
him.
yeah, that one. Oh
Almost
yeah,
died.
that one. Like you
There's
do have
no
a point with
argument for
that.
that.
You do have a point with that, but like with the Spidey senses, I'm glad you guys brought it up. I do think they'll probably develop that because like they don't really do anything with it in this movie.
Yeah.
But I do remember them mentioning it in Civil War, and it's like and when Tony Stark visits his apartment, Tony Stark specifically asks about the goggles and everything, and it's like and Peter Parker answers like with his powers, like sometimes his senses are dialed on 1,000 or like dialed on 11 from a scale of 1 to 10, and like these goggles and everything they help like dull my senses and help calm them down, help me focus. So like they do reference that
remember
in
any
like
of
Civil
this.
War.
Wow.
So I feel like they will. I feel like they will touch on it. The only reason I honestly, in all
I need to
honesty,
go
like
back
the
and
only
watch
reason
this.
I remember this is because my brother he made me watch Civil War like the week beforehand in order to like prepare for Spider-Man. So this is all fresh in my mind. This is the only reason I know it.
Okay.
I also want to see the spider signal in the next movie.
He did make one.
Yeah.
In this movie, he like
Oh yeah,
flashed it. Yeah, he flashed it on the wall for like a second.
Isn't that supposed to be similar to the bat signal where like the city uses it to call
I
them?
actually don't know. I have no idea.
Like how
I
it
didn't
works.
know there was actually like the city.
Yeah, I didn't know that this.
Does anyone know how it works in the comics, the spider signal?
No.
I do not know how it works in the comics.
No.
But I was gonna say that scene where he's running through the golf course and he's like,
I
"Oh,
remember.
I can't do anything." That's
Yeah.
like a funny like, what are my powers? Like,
Yeah.
I can't do anything in a golf course, and he had to run.
It
Yeah.
answers the question of what is Spider-Man going to do if he's not in New York City?
Yeah.
Because it's like nothing.
Yeah.
You can't swing
You
anywhere.
can't swing on it.
He's
Yes.
just sprinting.
What's he doing in Tallahassee?
He just running.
Riding on top of cars, sticking
Yeah.
to him. 'Cause that's what he does.
Yeah. That's actually very true.
Yeah, but
Anything else?
the movie had a lot of funny moments like that. The first one that sticks out to me is when he's crawling into his apartment, and then he's sneaking in, trying to make sure that May doesn't catch him, and then he comes down from the ceiling, and then we just see his friend in the back, Ned in the background with the Death Star. He's like, what?
Yeah, Ned was hilarious, man.
Yeah, he was.
my favorite. One of my favorite parts is when he was caught being like the man in the chair.
Yeah.
She was like, "What are you doing?" He's like,
I was
watching porn."
porn.
That was hilarious. That was bad funny.
That was
That was
That
good.
was hilarious.
That was good.
I wanted to know what happened to him after that. Like, was he even in the movie after?
Who?
Yeah, he
got caught,
was.
Ned?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was.
Yeah, he was at the end.
And where?
When they did when MJ got the upgrade.
When they were in school again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when MJ got the
You're right.
promotion.
I wish I want to know what happened
Yeah,
when
for
he got
real,
caught.
yeah.
Like,
Probably just told him,
They should have showed
I
that.
want
Just leave.
The tension.
They should have showed that in like the bloopers or something.
You're watching porn.
Although I was disappointed with the cutscenes.
Yeah, that was dumb.
I was mad that we didn't have real
they trolled.
scene for this.
I was so. That was
no, they trolled that at the end.
There was no reason for that.
Like it was irritating, but at the same time, it was funny, and I disagree.
We should all tweet Marvel.
That was irritating.
That was very irritating.
It really hurt.
Could at least showed something else. It could have been a funny scene, but like something actually happening.
That's what I thought. Like I thought after that, then we would see a real one, and then it didn't happen.
I mean, like I didn't have a problem. I wouldn't have a problem with it if it was just funny. But if something actually happened, like you know what I'm saying, like it was literally just it was dumb.
Yeah,
it was very unnecessary. Like it could have been a scene that had nothing to do with the Marvel series or the Marvel universe at all, but something actually happened and it made me laugh. Nah, I was just mad at that. Great movie, terrible way to end it.
I thought it was funny. I don't know, maybe it's just me.
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, so just wrapping it up, then let's do our rating. Like, what would you rate this?
Oh, you're asking.
Starting with Ja'Cory.
I give it a 9.
A 9?
Yeah.
It's up there.
Okay.
8.8.
8.8.
What's the fault? What's the problem?
No, I do feel like it could. There could be some room for improvement. Like I did like the action. I did like how there was a balance of both action and comedy. But like a 9 for me would be like despite all the Avengers in Civil War, it was top notch action in Civil War and whatnot. Like, and they also had a good bit of drama. Like,
what did you not like? What did you hate about it, though?
I didn't necessarily hate.
Why won't it go up to a 9?
Because I'm saying a 9 from like the qualities for a 9 for me is something like Civil War.
So it wasn't enough action.
It wasn't enough action. It was a little bit kiddish for me.
Mm-hmm.
And with Civil War, like there was a lot more legitimate action. There was a lot more drama in it. You saw like genuine acting from some of the characters, and you did see like that tear, that divide, and like some of the heroes falling. In this one is really happy go lucky. It's really happy go lucky. You don't see like many major disasters, major traumas and whatnot. So like that's the only reason why I say it's like an 8.8. I feel like they did do a good job of it, but I feel like because like Civil War and like Winter Soldier and stuff like that set the A standard for me, like in the 9s, like the 9.3s, 9.5 and whatnot. That's why I give it an 8.8.
Okay.
I think this is a very different type of
story.
You have to think about what Iron Man even said to Spider-Man. It's like, why can't you just be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man? He's not supposed to be out there saving the world, fighting all these aliens and everything. He's just in a small city, or not a small city, but he's just the small area, and
true.
He's
quick thing. Honestly, did we see Spider-Man ever like bruise or like bleed?
He was cut up when the building fell on him.
Well, I feel like you'd kind of be a little bit more.
Yeah, you're right. Like when I know what I'm saying,
I was just like, what the? I was like
his mask, the top of his mask was wet. And I was like, is that blood? Like, because that was a lot of blood. And I think his hair was be all matted. I don't think it was after he took it off.
It wasn't.
Because it looked like it was just water.
To be honest, he got hit a lot. It's almost like they gave him like tough skin. He got hit a lot and a building fell on him. We didn't really see.
Well, that's one of his powers. He's strong.
But we didn't. A building fell on him, man. We didn't see much. We saw barely like a cut.
Still, it's a Disney movie still.
But like when he,
all Marvel movies are Disney movies.
8.8.
When he jumped off the plane.
I'm saying he's not gonna like bleed that much.
But when
all Marvel movies are Disney movies.
Do you see a lot of blood in other Marvel superheroes?
Yes.
Where?
Iron Man.
Blood.
You saw people blow up in the first Iron Man.
Well, that's not blood.
You saw Iron Man. You saw Iron Man get tortured and interrogated.
We saw a guy got vaporized. Is that not good enough for y'all?
No.
But the Scorpion character got ran over by a boat.
Yeah.
Wait, he got hit by a car. Fell in front of the boat and got ran over by the boat.
Yeah.
And that shouldn't have happened. Like, that shouldn't have been okay.
Yeah, I agree. And true, when we did see the Scorpion guy, he was actually like, you could tell he was hurt. Like I saw the damage.
You did see.
I saw the damage.
Well, he's not Spider-Man.
All right, I guess, but I mean, Spider-Man can at least bleed. Come on now.
Okay. Well,
but like I was thinking about like his like susceptibility to damage and everything, because when the plane was crashing and then they like landed on the sand, he was just bouncing. He was just rolling. bouncing across the ground, like.
I agree.
And then he got up, like nothing.
Yeah,
happened after that.
It's just like a normal spider.
Yeah,
Just don't leave and they don't die.
Nah, but I was just gonna say like, okay, so my rating is I give it 8. It's a good movie. It's a great movie. I really like it. I don't know. I guess I'm just tough on movies. I feel like I agree with David. I feel like it could be a little bit better. I know that's a different field, but just one of my knocks was just like I felt like Spider-Man there was a struggle. I didn't feel like I don't know. I feel like if you're getting punched and stuff, like you gotta.
It seems low stakes.
Yeah, you can't just.
Yeah.
Pop right back up and be like, all right, let's go.
He is 14.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
If you're a superhero, yes, but in the other superhero movies, you saw them, like they didn't just pop right back.
Well, that's not part of their power though. Like Iron Man, his power isn't super.
Captain America's power is that.
I guess.
Okay, yeah.
I don't like Captain America anyway.
I hate Captain America, but yeah, I don't like Captain America or Thor. We could do without those two.
I like Thor, not Captain America.
I can't stand. Thor has the worst Marvel movie, the worst Avenger movies. Period. Like Thor, out of all the movies, Thor has the worst. But yeah, that's my rating.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
That's
but
my
as
rating.
a character, I like Thor, but not Captain America.
My rating is a 9. I really liked it a lot. I wish that, I know this sounds horrible, but I wish we saw Uncle Ben get shot and Peter Parker go through that sadness, because I like that, but we didn't really see that at all. So...
We've seen Uncle Ben get shot too many times.
Yeah, that would have been like how many origin stories? That would have been the 3rd origin.
I need him to get shot again because I like that. I like
Aunt
that
May was rather young too.
And she's hot.
Yeah, she's been getting younger like throughout the movie.
I mean, aunts don't necessarily have to be old.
I agree, but
and he's 14.
Like she's not a grandmother.
Yeah,
I agree.
She should be around the same age as his mom.
No, like Spider-Man, both Spider-Man and Aunt May have been getting like younger throughout the movies because like
that's where they're supposed to be in the comics, though.
Yeah, like in the first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire, like he just graduating high school, he goes to college.
He's on his way out. Like Uncle Ben's almost there. like
yeah, and then the one with Andrew Garfield, like he's in his like 10th 11th grade, and then in the second one where they cut it off, he just he finally graduates, and in this one he's just becoming a freshman or just becoming a sophomore.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah, Aunt May.
But
you guys are right with the Aunt May thing. I don't know. I like what they did with Aunt May. Honestly, I thought she was a funny character. She wasn't overbearing. She didn't have that. In all the other ones, I felt like Aunt May kind of had this like serious, like extra. I felt like her role in this one was perfect.
Yeah,
because no one died. That's why.
Yeah, true. You're right.
Every time Uncle Ben dies, they get a little bit younger.
And she finds out that he's Spider-Man at the end of the movie. Does that ever happen? Like, doesn't Aunt May usually not know at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Aunt May usually ever knows. But I thought that scene was hilarious. Yeah. That made me laugh.
I think she knew in the second Spider-Man. She just never said anything.
The second of which one?
Like the Amazing Spider-Man series. I think she knew because like after the big battle in the like very first movie and Peter Parker, he comes back home like beat up and whatnot. Like I think she like figured it out. At that point, she doesn't. But they never really say anything in like the second movie or anything.
I don't know.
Because I feel like at that point you gotta know like he's been acting strange. You see this whole thing with people
that. He's a gang member.
True. I personally don't like it when people find out that you're the only superhero. I was okay with people finding out that they were. Yeah, that was the only one. Every other one, every other one, I just for some reason it just bothers me when you just let everybody know. It's like why? What's the point of having a mask then? Just keep going.
You're right.
Everybody just knows what's the point of having a mask. Yeah, but
Thor's not human.
Yeah, Thor's not human, and Thor is in.
Thor's a god.
You need some special thing to get to the people he cares. Well, actually, no. This girl is on Earth. Thor's just awful.
Oh,
why awful?
I don't like Thor at all. His movie's just so bad.
Well, yeah, but as a character.
More fuel for that DC versus Marvel debate. We're gonna have one day.
We're doing that soon.
One day.
Let's just do it like next week. Something.
What's your rating?
Oh, are you done with yours?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm not really sure of a number to give yet. I feel like this was a great origin story. I feel like I don't think we needed to see Uncle Ben die and him going through all that. I feel like it was a interesting way to see Spider-Man develop by like giving him this suit with all this power and then taking that suit away from him and like trying to see him like work his way back up. And I liked the development that they had, and I liked the story and the villain, and there were so many surprising points. And I normally don't get that from superhero movies. I'm normally not like shocked. I'm like, the Vulture really shocked me. I was the first time he was shown and like swooping up Spider-Man. Like I did jump and I was like startled. I was invested with the character and what was gonna happen. So I'm gonna give it a 9.5. I think I really enjoyed it. I like Spider-Man a lot from like video games and everything. I'm not really a big comic guy, so yeah, I feel like they did him justice from what I know at least. So yeah,
there was
9.5.
There was still a bunch
That's up there.
Yeah, I can't give it a 10.
What was
there are
the
things.
knock?
I mean, like I said, I don't really.
Too much Tony Stark is really my only.
Yeah, too much tech in his uniform.
Too much tech.
They don't have the spider sense and everything.
I guess that's the modern.
Like I don't know, like
yeah.
I
feel
feel
like the whole heads-up display thing.
I feel like they did a good thing with Tony Stark. Like you guys are saying, like the high tech suit and whatnot, that's a little bit overboard. But with Tony Stark himself making an appearance, I did feel like that was good, and that it was definitely complimentary to the story, like, especially with Peter Parker first becoming a superhero and getting a grasp on his powers and getting a grasp on like what it means to be a hero and to help people, like, and Tony Stark being his mentor.
Yeah, he was a father figure.
Yeah, he was exactly. He was the father figure, and like there was the main conflict or confrontation between the two that you guys talked about a little bit earlier, where Tony Stark took away the suit, and specifically like right before that, when Tony Stark calls him and he said like, "Hey, I heard what you did in DC. My dad never said that he was proud of me, but I just want to say this, that I'm proud of you." And whatnot, and you really do see that like that dynamic between the two. I feel like they got that just right, especially when when they do reach that confrontation, and Peter says like, "I just wanted to be like you," and Tony says, "I want you to be better." Like so yeah, he, like you said, Tony Stark really is kind of like a father figure to him, especially with Uncle Ben dying.
Yeah, we didn't get Uncle Ben in this, but we got an Uncle Ben replacement.
Yeah,
you got a good.
I feel that, but I just like they were saying, like what they were saying, like Tony Stark, just the Tony Stark's tech aspect.
Yeah, I can't help but think that they put Iron Man in this movie so heavily because they thought it wouldn't do good if you weren't in it. I can't help but think that.
I don't know. I feel like
it's an entirely different movie if Iron Man's not in
like,
it, though, because just the way that his suit works.
I know everyone's like very Marvel like, but I think it helps the audience know like Marvel, like the difference between like these movies and transition and time and characters. Like, you know, outside people don't know like who Spider-Man is. And all
you're
this
right.
Other
you're right.
stuff.
Yeah,
they don't know the villains. They don't know all that stuff. They just come to watch the movie.
You're right.
So it's good for the audience to see. Oh, Iron Man, Marvel. We got. Like, it's good for kids. Like, they get it. Like,
I agree. The last thing I want to say just on the suit is I feel like there's been from a lot of people I know that aren't, like, I remember when I was back in high school, a lot of people that I know that don't really, like, focus on the comics. One thing that they really like to see is, like, a human aspect of the hero. Mm-hmm. So I feel like the suit kind of made... Like, it enhanced his power, and it made Spider-Man seem more human. You feel me? Like, he doesn't have all these powers. But then again, I also think it took away from who Spider-Man is. Like, he didn't have the spider sense. All it seems like he can do is walk on walls. But I think maybe that was what they were going for, because I know, like, I've heard from a lot of people that they like to see superheroes feel human. Like, it could really happen. I don't know. I mean, I think that's why Iron Man does so well, because he's... like human, like they can feel a human connection to him. Yeah. So
to an extent,
you definitely can. I feel like somebody could create an Iron Man suit in the upcoming future.
But then that's not like a superhero though. It's just
that's what Iron Man is.
Well, neither is Batman.
Yeah.
But still, people love him. But
so then Iron Man's not a superhero.
No, he is.
Another day, another day.
Exactly.
Batman is a superhero.
Batman is a superhero.
He's the world's greatest detective. I don't know why people like to throw that out.
Exactly. Batman is a superhero. He's a superhero.
That's everybody's weakness.
He's a superhero. Thank you for that comment, Jordan. I appreciate that.
There's like one other thing I did want to talk about, like with like I talked about this with my brother, but like I did want to see hopefully that they do maybe like a Miles Morales introduction, not necessarily soon.
Oh, we forgot to touch on
we should definitely talk about that.
Yeah,
like touch on that.
Yeah, like they did pay an homage to it in this Spider-Man, like with Childish Gambino's character Aaron Davis, and like for anyone who reads the comics, like Aaron Davis is the uncle of Miles Morales, and that's actually how he gets his powers. Like so like in the comics, Harry Osborn realizes like after Spider-Man is dead, like that Spider-Man got his powers from one of his spiders, so he tries to recreate them and recreates the super spiders and whatnot, and Aaron Davis, who is Childish Gambino's character in the film, he infiltrates one of Oscorp's labs, steals a bunch of stuff. A spider goes into his backpack, and once he gets back home to Miles, like the spider crawls out and bites him, and that's how Miles Morales gets his powers. So they did pay an homage to Miles Morales and the Black Spider-Man in this film, which I greatly appreciate, and one thing my brother pointed out to me, because I didn't even realize that Childish Gambino's character was Aaron Davis. But I'm definitely hoping that they may do some kind of cameo of Miles Morales in some years into the future. It doesn't have to be immediate because of like everything that's going on with Avengers and Infinity War and whatnot like that. But I really hope that they would do something like that.
Black Spider-Man. I don't know if we'll see that.
I mean, there was some push for it some years back.
Yeah, they wanted Donald Glover.
They wanted Donald Glover to be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I mean, he voice acted the animated series.
He did.
So.
And now Logic made a song called Black Spider-Man. I think it's definitely coming soon.
I don't think Donald Glover like realistic. I don't think he could be.
I don't think he could either.
He couldn't. Well, he's not now. Now that he's the uncle.
Oh yeah, I mean, just his personality. I don't think he could be Spider-Man.
Really?
I think he's
no,
too
he definitely
old
could.
now.
He's too old now. But did you see him on Community? He definitely could.
Well, okay. If
When
he
he
acted
was
like
younger.
that,
He definitely
okay.
could.
I didn't think about that.
Or his Derek comedy sketches.
His what?
His like Derek comedy sketches.
He's a great
like what
actor,
he started from
so
like
I
on
feel like
YouTube.
he'd be
He started with
I
YouTube
didn't see those.
Yeah. He could
definitely do it. But his character was hilarious. But here's the thing. I like that they did that, but I don't see like where they could introduce because
that's why I say like some years into the future.
It'll have to be way into the future.
Yeah,
but they don't have time for
well,
that.
I mean,
exactly.
Yeah.
It'll have to be
They
like
don't have time
it'll
for it.
have to be like forever in the future. You got to think this Spider-Man is a freshman right now.
Well, Miles comes from the Ultimate series, and Peter Parker does die very young in the Ultimate series.
Oh,
But I mean, they only have a few movies in their contract, so unless they want to have him take over in the next movie, I don't think they could do that.
Maybe he'll be in Venom.
trash.
That would be doing him dirty.
Yeah.
Why not?
But like, is there anything that you guys do want to see in like the next Spider-Man movie, or something like maybe a villain or something?
I would like
I want to see Venom.
I would like to not be left on a cliffhanger anymore. I'd like them to finish the Spider-Man series, and stop leaving me on a cliffhanger.
That would be great.
I mean, I think that's definitely what they're trying to do.
I'm
With
what do you
Miles.
mean?
I'm sick and tired of like
I think they kill Peter.
every single Spider-Man that we've had, it's been left.
What
on
was the cliffhanger in the Tobey Maguire one?
I don't know. That's a while back, but I don't remember.
Oh yeah,
There was definitely one.
no, the cliffhanger with the Tobey Maguire one. I feel like it's like the thing with whether or not Mary Jane and Peter Parker were going to get back together.
Oh,
I don't really care
Yeah,
for that.
I don't care about
I don't care for that so much, but I don't think that was. I don't think that what it was. But the second one made me angry. I wonder if Sony's still gonna do the Sinister Six too. I would like to know.
My brother actually
they
did talk
should
about that
just
as well.
not make superhero movies anymore.
Okay, but
But
they're
Sinister
not going
Six
to do
is
that
kinda
because
It's just not.
people pay for
Because
that.
we love these characters and they just keep messing them up.
That's
But I mean, okay, so with the last one, it was. I don't know. I like the last set. The Amazing Spider-Man, I liked.
Mm-hmm.
And the way they ended the second one, I
did
still
not
want to
like
know
that.
who the shadow person is. Whoever
That was
little dude.
a cliffhanger. But
From
I
the
didn't
Amazing
like that.
Spider-Man?
Yeah, who the hell who is that? Like, I don't know who that
Uh-huh.
is. Left me on a big, like, they introduced the Rhino. I know they were trying to bring the Sinister Six, but
That was terrible.
they could at least.
I heard that Mysterio was supposed to get a standalone movie, so maybe they're going to do that.
Why?
Villains don't need a
Why
standalone
would
But I
movie.
heard they are. So maybe they're going to try to give each villain in Sinister Six like their own movie and then just have a Sinister Six movie.
I guess. I don't know too much about Sinister Six, but Sinister Six act as an anti-hero type thing. If it does,
Nah, they're
If
just
it's-
they're just villains.
So there's no point in that. Like, if it was a type of Suicide Squad type thing, it could work. But Sony doesn't need to touch that because they failed miserably with Suicide Squad.
Sony's Suicide Squad's not Sony.
That's DC.
That's Warner Brothers.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
My fault. Mm-hmm. Whoever's touching it, they failed miserably.
Or whoever touched Fantastic Four.
Sony. Well, no, that's Fox. It's Fox, yeah.
So just give it all to Marvel, basically.
Sony messed up the X-Men movies.
No one's doing
DC,
that.
Give it to Marvel.
No.
Everyone give it to Marvel.
No. No one's doing that.
Nah, DC has potential. I think they just rush their stuff because they're trying to catch up to Marvel.
Yeah. They should have just taken the long haul approach.
Like, Batman vs. Superman should have been like way down the line.
No, that should have just never happened. Truthfully, truthfully, that movie.
It could have been a good movie.
No, it could have been a good movie. Like the way that they ended, the fact that they killed Superman made it suck for me.
No. What? First of all, they had a scene where the Flash was supposed to. You were supposed to pick up that the Flash ran and put the man in the future. Nobody picked up on that. I thought it was just a dream, and there's a bunch of flying aliens flapping everywhere. I was like, "This is awful. I'm over this." Mm-hmm. Did you catch that? No.
Like wasn't it the thing where wasn't it the thing where Bruce Wayne thought he was having a dream, then woke up, but there was like a portal and somebody was talking to him through that portal. Wasn't that it?
There was no portal. I don't remember there was a portal.
All right.
Another thing.
Whoa. Cut it.
Right. Yeah, we'll argue about that in a later time.
A conversation for another day.
I agree.
Thank you for joining us for the 8th episode of our show. I've been your host, Jordan. Well, one of your hosts, Jordan Jones. And we have
Ja'Cory,
David,
Ryan,
Aisha.
All right, thanks for watching.